Hello, everyone. This is the most magnificent bird, Beak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I'm back at it with another character review, and this character review will be on Gold Mythic, Tiffany, and Zero. So someone must be, first of all, someone must be a fan of The Nightmare Before Christmas. So I gotta give Tiffany that. She's got good taste. She's got really good taste in that regard. Absolutely. And before we get started, I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe out there. I'm doing good and I'm staying safe for the most part. And I just previously recorded my character review on Protector Mercer. I wanted to go ahead and record his first, and his will most likely be uploaded before Tiffany and Zero. And yes, I am recording these back to back. As you can still probably hear the rain in the background, I do apologize about that. But yeah, we got kind of heavy rain, but like, it's kind of in the middle, kind of like mid to heavy, but not super heavy. Excuse me, I can't talk. It's not that heavy. It's not like super heavy, so I would imagine we're probably going to get somewhere between an inch, maybe an inch and a half, possibly 2, but I don't see any more than 2 inches. But okay, enough of me just babbling on and on. Let's go ahead and jump into this character review, shall we? Tiffany and Zero, Day 1. Her trait is Alert, her role is Control, and her allegiance is a member of Day 1. And let's take a look at her stats. Her attack stat is 22,959. Her defense is 11,480. And her HP is also 22,959. Let's take a look at her adrenaline rush. Zero to the rescue. The recharge rate is 66 AP, so that's pretty common for most gold mythics. Deals 600% damage to a line of enemies. Those enemies get impaired for 1 turn. This fighter and a damage roll teammate recover from all debilitating effects. Okay, so that one's pretty straightforward. So she's going to be dealing 600% damage to a line of enemies. That's not bad. I mean, Protector Mercer does more damage overall, but honestly, that's not really the main thing about her. Honestly, I don't know. We're going to see as we dive into it. But 600% damage, not bad. Not bad at all. Plus, those enemies will get impaired for 1 turn. It sucks that it's not for 2 turns, but I guess it'll buy you some time, depending on the situation you're facing. Plus, this fighter and a damage roll teammate will recover from all debilitating effects, which is pretty good. Now, it depends on how many damage roll characters you have in your team, and the way this character is set up, she is an attacking leader, which we will get to. So, I guess it could be a blessing in disguise, or, I guess it depends on how many of the debilitating effects, Tiffany and then the damage roll character might have. It depends, which it could be a really good thing. I don't think it's going to be a negative thing at all. It could be either really good or just like, meh, whatever, right, on that last part. But overall, not a bad adrenaline rush. I think it's good to mid, but it's not bad. I don't think it's bad at all. So let's take a look at her signature move. control the field. The initial cooldown is turn 1, 2 turns for the cooldown, number of uses unlimited. Make 2 attacks against a line of enemies for 250% damage, 500% total each, plus 1 attack to each if the primary target has a debilitating effect. Impair that line of enemies for 2 turns. Okay, so I can tell you one thing I like about the signature move better than I do the adrenaline rush, and I'll just go ahead and skip right to it. I like the fact that she's actually impairing a line of enemies for 2 turns versus the 1 turn on the adrenaline rush. That I like better already. So yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way. So she's going to be making 2 attacks against a line of enemies for 500% total. So yeah, not too bad. I mean, she could be doing worse damage than that. So I mean, overall, it's not too bad. You know, I think it's not, again, like, I think this signature move, just like the adrenaline rush, I think it borders on being good to mid, but not bad. But I don't think it's better than good. I think it's good to mid. So yeah, I mean, nothing too complicated about either one, right? They're both good to mid. I'll give it that. Let's go ahead and take a look at her mythic abilities. Precision. Enemy resistance are 40% lower against this fighter. So it'll probably be a good idea to go ahead and level that one up, I'm sure, all the way. No need to really talk about them because they're on all of the control tunes. So, you know, no need to spend a whole lot of time talking about precision. Stay hidden. At the start of each turn, 100% chance all alert teammates get camouflage for 1 turn. Okay, so this one, it depends. If you are planning on building an all alert attack team behind Tiffany and Zero, this might actually be really good, but the only downside is, and it's only one downside, is the fact that camouflage. Oh no, you know what? I am seeing stuff. I am seeing it because, okay, I'm just seeing it now. So at the start of each turn, okay, alright, it makes a little bit more sense now, because I thought at first, I thought the camouflage was only going to last for 1 turn and that was going to be it. I was going to say that's the negative, but never mind. I am kind of getting a little tired here, but anyway, there's really nothing negative about stay hidden. So yeah, if you are planning on building a full alert team around Tiffany and Zero, I would go ahead and level this one up. I probably would go ahead and level it up anyway, even if you're not planning on building that Pacific team right now. You never know in the future. So it wouldn't be bad to level it up. So I would go ahead and level up Stay Hidden. Careful approach. At the start of each turn, 100% chance a random enemy gets daze, impair, and confuse for 1 turn. Now, I'm not tired on this one. I'm fully wide awake on this one. Oh my goodness. So, every turn, a random enemy, there's a 100% guarantee that a random enemy is going to either get dazed, impaired, or confused. And that's going to happen every turn. Oh man, how annoying that's going to be. Yeah, I would 100% level that one up. It's only going to make Tiffany being in the team that much better. So, yeah, I would go ahead and level that one up. Because you know how annoying that is going to be to have to deal with that for certain tunes. Like, say if you're coming up against a Tiffany team, and like say if you're about to proc off with Even Ghost, what if Even Ghost happens to get dazed? Then potentially for that one turn, the best part of Even Ghost is unusable for that one turn. You know how annoying that's going to be? So, yeah, careful approach is pretty good. I would go ahead and level that one up. Alerted, at the start of each turn, 100% chance a random enemy gets minus 15% defense for each alert teammate for one turn. Okay, so if I had to pick a weak mythic ability, it would probably be alerted, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. But I don't think it's as good as the other mythic abilities. Just, I don't know. I mean, minus 15% defense. Again, if you are planning on building a full alert attacking team, then that's going to be really good. But if you're not planning on doing that right now, then I would potentially hold off, or maybe not, or maybe never level it up. I don't know. It depends on what you want to do. But if you are planning on building a full alert attack team, and you already have that in mind and you want to go for this character, I would absolutely level up alerted all the way. But I think it's not like, I don't think it's like a number one priority. I think the other ones are better, but this one ain't bad at all. So overall, there's no really bad mythic abilities. Just alerted is trait specific, so it depends. You can do what you want with it, but we're gonna go ahead and move on to her leader skill. All alert teammates get 50% attack. All other teammates get 35% attack instead. At the start of each wave, 3 random teammates get 100% daze resistance for 2 turns. Okay, so yeah, it might be in your best interest to go ahead and build an alert team surrounding Tiffany and Zero, because all your teammates at that point would get 50% attack, but all other teammates would still get 35% attack, which, I mean, that's not bad, but there are better leaders. If you are planning on having, like, say if you want to have a team with all 4 colors involved, or if you want to have an alert and strong team, or fast and tough team, that's gonna, with this particular leader, I mean, it could work if you wanted to potentially build an alert and strong team, but the best case scenario is pretty obvious, all alert. But if you want to do different combinations, I mean, that's totally up to you. And I think Tiffany and Zero would be a really good leader skill for someone that hasn't updated their leader skill, like from a, hasn't gotten rid of an old leader that they've been using for a really long time. Tiffany and Zero would be good for that, because you would have a brand new leader, and an actual pretty good leader, honestly. But me personally, I won't be going for Tiffany and Zero. I ain't got the money. Plus, I don't really need a new leader right now. I just got a leader, a couple of months ago, Philip Blake. And right now, Philip Blake he's a great leader for me, honestly. And I love the fact that he gives out crosshairs to 3 random enemies, so I'm good on a leader. Before Philip Blake, it was Jackie who I was using, and honestly, I didn't think I would ever get rid of her, but here we are. Philip Blake is a pretty great leader for me right now. And plus, I love the Lone Wolves team minus Rosita. Maybe I'll change that one day, but right now, Philip Blake, Michonne, Eva and Ghost, Morgan Unhinged, St. Patty's, Rosita. I absolutely love that team right there. Even though Morgan is not an attacking toon, oh boy, has he helped me in some spots, for sure. He absolutely has, even at LB2. So, for someone that needs to update their leader skill, Tiffany and Zero would honestly be a great option for that. But somebody that really doesn't need an updated leader skill, I mean, it's up to you. But for someone that hasn't changed their leader in quite some time, Tiffany and Zero would be a great change up, honestly. I think so. And the fact that 3 random teammates is also getting 100% daze resistance, that's going to be really good as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at her weapon. Tiffany's Savage Tranquilizer Rifle. Now, explain to me, how does that look like a tranquilizer rifle? That looks just like a normal rifle. I don't know. Maybe it is, but I don't know. It doesn't look like a tranquilizer rifle. It just looks like a normal rifle to me. But anyway, 40% attack, a huge bonus to AP when attacking, improved AP down, plus impair. When attacking, a 60% chance the target gets impair for 3 turns, and minus 20 AP. Improved alert attacks at the start of each turn. All other teammates get 15% attack for each alert teammate on the team for 1 turn. Okay, so the 40% attack is going to be... that's pretty good. The huge bonus to AP when attacking, again, that's going to be, that's good. But if there's a certain team that you have, and say if you have a command on the team, potentially you might not even need the AP, so it all depends. Now, improved AP down and plus impair. So when she's attacking, there's a pretty good chance, a 60% chance that the target will get impaired for 3 turns, plus minus 20 AP. I mean, the minus 20 AP really doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't really do much in my opinion. The impair does a lot more. I mean, because she's got impair in her Adrenaline Rush, her signature move, one of her mythic abilities now in her weapon. Like, hello, you're going to want to keep that 3rd slot, because it's going to be very annoying being impaired turn after turn after turn. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty wild. And plus, she's got improved alert attacks, so all other teammates aside from Tiffany will be getting 15% attack for 1 turn, but that's going to happen every turn. Plus, that attack will potentially go up. So if you have 5, so let's see, that's 15, 30, 45, 60, so you potentially could have 75% attack, which it might be best to make a ranged, alert team. That way you get 75% attack. That's nothing to really sneeze at. And honestly, there's some really great attack tunes that are alert. Like, Tiffany and Zero, St. Patty's Day Rosita. You could even do Chance the Traitor. Let's see, who's another one? Man, I'm really struggling to think right now. But the point is, there are some pretty good alert attack tunes out there that you could take full advantage of. So I would honestly try to go for 55% attack. Honestly, I think that, or you potentially could swap out that AP if you're running a command on your team, possibly. So it all depends. So, like, tell me, how does that look like a tranquilizer rifle? That looks like just a normal rifle to me. I mean, there's nothing unique about the animation. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not sure, but overall, Tiffany is a fan. She has great taste, and she's a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. She has to be. Where else would she get the name Zero from? And we know who the superior Zero is. I mean, her dog is cute, but he's not the superior Zero. Nah, sorry. Jack Skellington, he has the... wow. Yeah, as cute as your dog is, Tiffany, you don't have the superior Zero. Jack Skellington has the superior Zero. Always will. Without a doubt. But I will give it to you. You have good taste. Naming your dog Zero, that's... I wonder if that was intentional, that they just happened to pick the name Zero. Because, like, where else would the name Zero come from other than Nightmare Before Christmas? And that movie turned, what, 30 years old last year? So it'll be 31 years this coming up October, in fact. So it's still technically 30 years old until we get to October. Then it'll be 31, the big 3-1. But it turned the big 3-0 this past October. So, yeah, if you need a new leader and you haven't updated your leader in quite some time, Tiffany and Zero would be a pretty decent change up for your team. But if you don't, I don't know if I would bother, because I know I don't. I just updated. Man, I can't talk. I'm gonna get off of here soon so I can go rest. But anyway, if you don't need to update your leader or your team, then I wouldn't bother. But she's not a bad tune, honestly. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys for today. What are your thoughts on Gold, Mythic, Tiffany, and Zero? Are you maybe planning on updating your team with a different leader? Or maybe you don't need a different leader right now, and maybe you just want to add her to the collection? I don't know. Or maybe you just don't think she's worth it. But I don't know. There's some stuff in there in her kit that's definitely annoying, without a doubt. And do you think it's kind of ridiculous they put her in a stash? I mean, I kind of do. But that's just one bird's opinion. And whatever else your thoughts are on her, let me know down in the comments. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and for your continued support. Or if you're new, welcome in for the first time. All of you are very awesome, and I thank you again. And don't forget to switch on all notifications so you know the second I upload to YouTube. I am Beak, and I'm going to go fly away back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.